Welcome to BioClass. Today we will discuss lac operon. Okay, we have to understand what is it, what is the use of it. If we take one, now suppose here gene GUC, it can produce valine. Now from the study we know that CGA can produce arginine. Okay, so that we know, and how it can produce already we know in transcription and translation, that long two processes. Now question is how much valine will produce, how long time it can produce, when it will be switched on, when it will be switched off. Arginine, how much it is required for the body. So this is a big question that all the time it should not be there. All the time it is not required in the body. So according to the requirement of the body, it should be switched on and switched off. When it is required, then process will start. When it is not required, it is stopped, or process can be slowed. So just like that regulating systems, that here as a operon system is almost like that. So it can regulate that protein synthesis. When it is protein is required, an enzyme is required, then it is switched on, otherwise off. So here are several units it is made that we will discuss now, that regulated unit, structural unit, operator unit, promoter unit, and several gene like regulator, repressor, inducer, co-repressor, everything it will be inside. The system first proposed by Francois Jacob and Jacques Monod in 1961. They got Nobel Prize for that activity, 1965. Before going that the complicated that part, at first let's know its in easiest way that how we can understand. Now first see that here, look at here, that E. coli, Escherichia coli, which is found in our intestine also, and it takes glucose from our food. When we are taking the food, the glucose, that E. coli also takes the food. Suppose here we are doing the culture in Petri dish, that E. coli here, E. coli number of E. coli in glucose medium, it will increase because glucose is their favorable media. Okay, the favorable media, because they can survive, reproduce in the glucose media, it is their food. Okay, now if we do some other thing, if we transfer this E. coli in lactose medium, the same E. coli in lactose medium, this lactose medium is not favorable media for them. Lactose, they are not taking lactose, they cannot get food from the lactose. Okay, so what E. coli then here will do, what they will do, they are having two here method, whether they will die because they cannot survive in this. Another chance is there, if they can convert this lactose into glucose, then they can survive. For the converting the lactose into glucose, what is required? Enzyme. Okay, this enzyme means what? Enzyme means protein. This protein, how it is produced in a protein synthesis. It means that if they are having the gene to converting lactose into glucose, that we know that beta galactosidase, and this gene they are having, the E. coli they are having. It means that when they are in the glucose medium, this all this I mean enzyme production, all everything is stopped because not required, because glucose is the favorable medium. But when it is in lactose, that lactose, when it is not favorable media, they has to convert into lactose into glucose so that they can survive in the environment. Otherwise they will die. And for that the enzyme, so that look at here, when we are putting inside the in glucose medium, so here protein synthesis stopped, and here when it is in lactose medium, it starts. Then here is something that regulation is there, some regulation in this too, it is there. Now we have to see that how it is performed, what are the components in this. Now look at its structure. Here the first, here the regulatory units, that here the regulatory gene which will produce the repressor. This repressor it is like this, which can fit, see that, which can fit here in operator site. What is operator? Operator is found in the promoter region. Look at here, in the promoter region, this is the promoter, and this is operator. Operator here and repressor will bind this area, block this area. RNA polymerase, this is the enzyme, I think you know already what its function. It helps in transcription and translation. So transcription process will start if the operator is unblocked, but here it is blocked, and here is the structural gene, that gene we are talking about. From that gene that enzyme can produce, suppose LAC-Z gene, the beta galactosidase, which hydrolyzes the lactose into glucose. So look at here, when it is blocked, it means that there is no inducer. Inducer comes from the outside. It means that when it is in normal state, when enzyme is not required, then it is in blocked state. It means the regulatory gene produce the repressor. Repressor will block the operator, and polymerase will not active in this time, so that there is no production of any enzymes. Now look at here the components: the regulator, the repressor, the promoter, the operator, and the structural genes, and the inducer here. So here we have to discuss in two different way. The when E. coli inside the glucose medium, when it stopped condition, when it is in lactose medium, when it is protein synthesis, active, protein synthesis in that position. So in first case you can see that in absence of inducer, it means that in glucose medium, when they are in normal, they can do all this, so that all lactose breaking enzyme, all everything not required, so that the repressor here, it binds an operator site, okay, and the protein synthesis in the stop position. Okay, the same thing we can see here in another graphical way, that here suppose this is the promoter, this is the RNA polymerase. Without RNA polymerase, here no protein synthesis will be there, and it is blocked by blocked by the repressor gene. You can see that the one site is there in repressor, so repressor can take the inducer also. Okay, so in operator site, it is in such a way that RNA polymerase cannot move this side. When it is removed, then it can move, then protein synthesis will start. Now when we are placing it in lactose medium, so what will happen? In lactose medium, lactose itself lactose itself acts as an inducer. Lactose. Okay. So lactose fits here in repressor site, in the repressor, and it deformed this operator, the site which bind to the operator end. Okay. If it is deformed, then it cannot fit with operator. So everything here, it looks like cardboard diagram, but you know that these are the protein. Protein can deform easily. Okay. So this active sites cannot fit in operator. If it cannot fit, so this is the lactose. When it is there, lactose acts an inducer, so that it is removed. Repressor is removed. When repressor is removed, so that RNA polymerase get chance to move that side. When it goes that side, so what will happen? We know that the protein synthesis will start. Okay. So if we can see this, all right. So protein synthesis here, it will start in Z and Y and A. This 3 gene, it produce the mRNA, and after that the beta galactosidase, parmease, all these are it can produce. And this beta galactosidase, it easily converts into lactose into glucose galactose, so that they can get the favorable media. So E. coli can get the favorable media, and it can survive there. So here is a 3 that gene which is its function. Beta galactosidase, you know that hydrolysis, and it breaks the lactose into glucose. Parmease, it increase the permeability, so that more lactose it gets inside. And transacetylase, it transfer the acetyl group of acetyl coenzyme and beta galactosidase. It means metabolism of lactose, but main thing it is here that the conversion. Now question is, how long it can convert? Suppose all the glucose can converts into all the lactose converts into glucose, then what will happen? Suppose this is the last lactose which is fitted here as an inducer. So this last lactose, when it's converts into glucose, there will be no lactose in the medium, so that they can get their own shape, and again the repressor, it fits in operator site, and RNA polymerase will stuck there, and the protein synthesis will stop. I think you can understand that it is a very minute way systems where it is controlled, and when that lactose acts on the inducer, and lactose when it is there, the process is running. After that, when lactose it is converts into glucose, there is no lactose, so no inducer. When no inducer is there, then it again come in the switched off position. So this is lac operant. This is very important. You have to prepare it. It is many times in exam we have seen the questions. So you have to prepare it, and one thing, and you have to keep in mind that you have to draw the 2 different diagram. Do not make it in single diagram all this. The one is in absence of inducer and the presence of inducer, or you can write in the glucose medium, in the lactose medium. So this type of 2 diagram you have to draw in this. At last, I just want to add, if you can get help from this one. This was one mnemonic that we can use. Regulate rate of pulse in the right zone in your area. Here all these things in sequentially it is arranged, and the regulatory rate here, repression, that is a mnemonic of here the operator. uh, Here it is promoter, inside the promoter operator is there. In inducer, here we know that the glucose inducer. Right here RNA polymerase, the enzyme which help this process. And zone here Z, LAC Y and LAC A, all this. So this type of mnemonic you can make it to understand the process. All right, thank you.